Welcome to Stump the Idiot. I am the huge one-kid idiot Dave Koco from Wrestle AM Podcast on YouTube, KocoSports, wherever you find your podcast needs. And I stream every single day. Never missed a day in my life on twitch.tv/KocoSports. And I'll probably start streaming here soon. All right. This comes from our man, from Ray T from Houston, Texas. Also, he's one of the few guys that are on YouTube and Twitch. That's the ultimate elite. That's Internet Infantry elite right there. All right, so he's been watching my meltdown of it. Let's see what he's got to say. I got to ask, sir. Oh, thank you for using sir. You know, let's bring back sir. I like calling each other sir. Based on the coverage of the Super Junior Tag Leagues, guys, check out the reviews on YouTube because that's what I'm talking about. I'm Stump the Idiot with a plug. That's what I'm talking about. What will get you to finally snap, say I'm done with New Japan, feel like it's getting closer and closer each review? All right, let's get the positives out of the way first. We are very lucky right now, and I'm sure Ray knows this. I'm sure the Internet Infantry knows this, and I'm sure you watching this. There was a time where it was John Cena, propaganda changed that man's life. Randy Orton, Dave Batista. Those three guys were on top for years. And there was no other options. You would have to fly and live out to Japan, but who would do that for options? And it was one of those things, you have the sports team thing, like, oh, well, I got to be loyal to a sports team. But do you? When it comes to a wrestling company? It's an interesting situation. But nowadays, there's so many options. So even if New Japan isn't your boat, WWE isn't your boat, AEW, there's so many options out there with streaming services. So with that said, we are very lucky to be able to leave. There was a time where there was a maybe 10, 20-year period where it's like, this is the only product you like, and hopefully that product will get better. So we are very lucky. With that said, New Japan is starting to improve a little bit. They make some mistakes, but they were down in the dumps, and they've been down in the dumps before. When it comes to fans living in Japan or Japanese fans, they don't yell and complain and have fun on the internet that much, even though they're starting to. And I appreciate that. That's fucking awesome. But they usually just don't fucking go. They don't go. I don't think New Japan's at its worst. And sometimes I might come off negative. I don't know if it's because I'm old. I don't know if it's because of the accent. I don't know if it's because I'm joking around all the time. I don't think I'm that negative. I try to be in the middle, where it's the good, bad, and ugly. And as long as I see hope in New Japan, I'll continue watching it. But there are stages of fandom. Like, here's an example. I've been to almost every single 1-4 show. And it's a big deal in the Tokyo Dome here in Japan for newer fans. I've been to almost every single one. I can buy the tickets right now. And I'm on the fence. I just might not go. Now, I've stopped watching New Japan before, but that was mostly due to personal life. I went through a divorce, and then I worked really hard to retire. So that I was like, okay, listen, I can only watch Okada Omega matches, and then I have to work. Nowadays, it's like, no, I have more time. Will I call out? Will I be all positive? No. Will I be all negative? No. Will I try to be as genuine as possible? Yes. And that hurts you. If I was all positive, go look at some of the bigger YouTubers. Go look at some of the bigger TikTokers. Look at that, dude. They just are positive all the time. Not all of them. Some of them have genuine voices. But the percentage of having genuine voices... All right, so like, let's say all positive. That's about, I'd say, 49%. The other 49% are all negative. And that very small, look at that big fucking nose, the size of my nose, 2%, they're the only ones that have genuine voices. And I try to be genuine. Now, granted, is it easier to make fun of bad stuff? Yes. Is it Funnier to make fun of bad stuff? Yes. But I don't think New Japan is that bad where I'd continue watching it. But there are different levels of fandom. When they were peak New Japan, I'd spend about $1,000 on merch every 1-4. I'd go to 1-4, get the merch, 1-4, get the merch, and then I don't know. So like when I really love New Japan, I probably could spend $200 to $500 per month. I don't spend that anymore. So like I don't buy the merch. If it's got let's say Inoki or Terry Funk, all right, I'll buy it. If it's got Muda on it, all right, I'll buy it. I ain't buying Okada shit anymore. I literally almost probably have every Okada t-shirt ever. Yeah, dude, he doesn't need my fucking support. So I think there's steps. The first step is I just don't buy your merch and I stop going to less and less shows. The second step is you don't have my trust anymore. And I think that's where New Japan is right now. It's like, yeah, I'll wait last second to buy a ticket and sit in the back, then support you and trust you that you're going to put on a good card. So that's where I'm kind of at. I will probably watch every event on New Japan World. I'll probably review it. But if New Japan World changes and it gets rid of the old stuff or there's too many pay-per-views on it, that will probably hurt me more than the booking does. Like, I'm very big into charge me one price, give me everything. But if I got to pay $10, then to watch this one I have to pay $40, it's like, well, why don't you just charge me $20, charge me $30, you know. I like the one-time fees. So that will probably hurt more. But that's it. Yeah, so like, example, I went to New Japan shop for the first time in a while, actually. And it was the first time I walked in and walked out. And like some of the staff, not all the staff, some of the staff know me. And they're like, all right, this motherfucker, he's going to spend a shitload of money. Because I also send gifts out and give gifts out. So like, it's not just me buying his stuff. I'm like, oh, no, here you go. Let me make sure. No, I don't do that anymore. I just walked in and I'm like, nah, I'm good. Peace. Even though they do have a Noki Terry Funk jersey shirt I might get. So there's different levels. To quit New Japan altogether, I think the next step would be I would just skip for the main big events. And I think that's where most positive people are. I think you see people that are like, New Japan's the best in the world. They ain't watching the Junior Tag League. They ain't watching the Tag League. Hell, they're probably not even watching most of the fucking events. So I think I'm at the point of I'll watch it on New Japan World. It'll be a last second if I buy thing. My merch will probably go from, at Wrestle Kingdom, it will go from $1,000+ to, all right, how much is the official shirt? You know, so I think there's different levels of fandom. To quit altogether, it has to be a perfect storm. Asahi TV has to be stupid. New Japan World has to be stupid. And Ghetto has to just make fucking shenanigans number one. And I don't think that perfect storm is here yet, but there's warning signs. Now, will I ever not critique it? No. Will I ever stop reviewing it? I'll only stop reviewing it if my heart of hearts, I think they will never improve. I made a rule to myself of reviewing stuff. I can't be all positive. I have to find negative stuff too. And I can't be all negative. And the rule is, if I watch a show and I'm like, everything is awesome, it's fucking perfect, I would just say, hey guys, go fucking watch it. It's fucking perfect. You gotta fucking go see it for yourself. But if I get to a point where I'm like, oh, Vince McMahon's WWE, I got to this point. If I get to a point where like, oh, this ain't gonna be good. This will never be good. You know, I remember when Vince McMahon, it was the Nakamura AJ Styles match. I was like, I didn't know about Triple H. I didn't know about TKO. Obviously, you can't see the future. And I was like, oh, Vince is never giving this up. This will never be a product for me in this lifetime. Ghetto would have to go all in on House of Torture. Asahi TV would have to be a fucking stinker. And New Japan would just have to... Like, I wouldn't even mind New Japan raising the price. I'm fine with that. But to have a subscription fee and more pay-per-views, oh, that would grind my gears. So as long as there's a little bit of hope, I'll watch New Japan. But the best part is, All Japan, everyone keeps talking about how great All Japan is. Noah, even though they had a big bump in the road in the beginning of the year, they're really hitting on all cylinders. Dragon Gate has an amazing style of wrestling. If you like comedy wrestling at DDT, TJP and Stardom are doing great. And then AW, MLW, TNA, CMLL, AAA. There's so many promotions that you can find something for yourself. So the good news is, if they go all full stupid sports entertainment, and here's the thing, their New Japan Sports of Entertainment with House of Torture and Bullet Club is worse than anything Vince McMahon has done. But they also have Will Ospreay. They have LIJ. They got Tsuji. They got, probably six to eight really good Super Juniors. Maybe. I'll have to actually check that out. And it gives me hope. So when it gets to the point where there's no hope whatsoever, yeah, I'll probably stop watching. I don't think it's there. If my accent, my humor, or anything makes you think that I don't like New Japan, that's just me. Now, I don't know how this video will age, but Will Ospreay in a 3-way, it's dumb. It's just dumb. Bullet Club, hitting each other over with fucking, little golf clubs, dumb. Dumb. House of Torture, just dumb. So I will call them out on dumb stuff, but you also got hope. I think the mid-carders, through booking and I think the legends either got injured, married, or age caught up with them. You know who's who if you're a New Japan fan. The mid-card kind of is shit, but it's also been booked horribly. You know what I mean? But Tsuji and the rest, they look amazing. And I've talked about this before. It reminds me of NXT when they had the young guys, Noah with their fucking movement. It just looks like, oh no. Every now and then, if you're older like me, every now and then there's a Fab Five of guys that can change the game forever. And New Japan right now has a bunch of young lions, the most young lions ever, according to their own commentary. So I'm just hoping that Ghetto's obsession with 1970s heel tactics goes away. Wrestling becomes the most important part. And they remember who they are. To steal a line from Muda, Ghetto, especially you. You worship a god that does not love you. So, no, I'll probably be a New Japan fan. It has to be a perfect storm. House of Torture and Bullet Club bullshit has to, reign supreme. Asahi TV just has to be themselves. And then New Japan Worlds has to... not raising the price, okay, but having an entrance fee to buy a pay-per-view, that's going to burn my ass. So if you get all three of those, then I'll probably step away. But let's hope that doesn't happen. Let's hope the young lions shine. Let's hope, they calm down with the booking of the heel 80s, 70s bullshit. It's so funny, too. Do they do that shit in America? It's just bad. But, yeah. So, I hope that answers your question. We finally stopped saying I'm throwing New Japan. If I think there's no hope, I will. I still think there's a lot of hope. And even with Kingdom. But where I'm at now is I'm not spending money on the merch. And it's a last second decision if I go. I mean, I could literally just ask for free tickets. But I feel like if I get free tickets, I'm obligated to give a good review. Hence why I'd rather just pay. And then if I go full media, I'd have to cover every event. And I'm too old and sick and disgusting. I don't know why I added disgusting. to be full-time media. So, yeah. And plus the way the media is set up right now, not just in New Japan, but worldwide, media is broken. It's like, yeah, we give you a media pass. You cover everything. Oh, you're negative? You don't get a media pass. Oh, you're negative? You don't get early release. So it's like, yeah, it's become PR. I will never be New Japan PR unless they pay me. And if they pay me, I will tell you. Too many people out there on YouTube do PR for free. That's fucking insane. It's insane. And if everything sucks, in your heart of heart, if you think everything sucks, just walk away. If you think everything is awesome, then you don't have to go to another company and say it's bad. Example. All right. I love saying MCU. The MCU literally saved my life. That's a dark story. Save it for another day. MCU literally saved my life. Phases 1 through 3, I thought were fucking perfect. Not once did I make fun of DC. Not once. If the product is perfect for you, you don't have to make fun of another product. Now, Phase 4, it's a clusterfuck. I was about to say, can you say that on YouTube? Fucking what does it matter? I don't know why. I just had a brain fart. Can you say clusterfuck on YouTube? Like, what does it matter? Now that it's a clusterfuck, I'm like, so what you got going on over there, DC? Even though I call it the king of sports, and I'm a huge pro wrestling fan, the years of WWE having a monopoly, and having 3 horrible to average to bland wrestlers. Bring, bring, propaganda. They're fucking... Man, propaganda is fucking amazing. That was probably the worst of times. But now, hell, dude, if New Japan sucks that bad, I'm just watching Noah. If Noah sucks that bad, I'll just watch All Japan. If All Japan sucks that bad, watch Dragon Gate. There's something there for everyone. So, as long as it ain't the perfect storm, and I can find something positive, I'll continue watching. Will I be a shill? Not unless I get paid. And you'll be the first one to know. I'd be like, oh, for the record, I am a New Japan employee. But they got so many shills working for free. Why would they need to pay anyone? Honestly, behind the scenes, they probably pay you more if you're not a shill. Who's been paid by New Japan? Raise your hand. Who's been... I don't know. I'm about the fucking... I will tell you when I'm officially paid. I am not paid by New Japan to make this video. And not all that, but why would they have to? The shills are fucking outrageous. Be honest with you, when they do pay for my fucking services, any fucking company, they always ask me, they're like, what do you think about this? What do you think about this? What's the good? What's the bad? They don't want to hear. I've talked to New Japan employees. I've talked to Noah employees. I've talked to All Japan Dragon Gate employees. And they have a problem with a lot of English-speaking audience. They say there's 2 types of fans that review it. There's the fans that say everything is awesome. Think about it. There's no value in that. You okay, Bear? Bear's got a little cough. There's no value in saying everything is awesome. And then you have the others that are just saying it fucking sucks without actually watching it. So if you have a genuine review, they might fucking contact you one day. Maybe not New Japan, but maybe something. No company wants just positive fucking feedback 100% of the time. I mean, maybe mentally broken wrestlers do, but the people that make the decisions don't. They don't. You know, they're like, oh, they want to know what's good, bad, and different. And that's what reviews should be. That's what media should be. But it's not. and I got way off topic. So, New Japan forever! No, probably not. New Japan for now! Yeah. Super New Japan? We'll see. Well, I hope that answers your question, and hopefully, if you got any questions, feel free to hit me up on the Twitter machine, @KocoSports, or down in the comments below. I try to respond to all of them. Some of them, bad. I got this one guy talking about TNA. Might be the dumbest fucking conversation I've ever had in my fucking life. I know I'm supposed to respond to all the comments, and I want to, but dude, holy shit. And the thing is, on YouTube, if someone is smaller than you, you can't, attack them, but if someone's bigger, you can. Stupid fucking rule. But, man, not every comment is created equal. With that, I'd love your comment. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. All right. Love you, dudes. I'm KocoSports on Twitch, Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, and the mean streets of Yokohama. With that, I am over. Hey, the whoop came too early. Here's the whoop. Whoop.